Subscribe and get ready to dive into one of the most legendary American muscle cars ever built, the Dodge Charger from 1969 to 1970. The moment this car rolls into view, it doesn't just arrive, it makes a statement. Long, wide, aggressive, and unapologetically powerful, the late 60s Charger is the kind of machine that defined an era where muscle ruled the streets and sound mattered just as much as speed. The 1969 Dodge Charger refined the already bold design introduced in 1968. Up front, you're greeted by that iconic hidden headlight grille, giving the car a menacing, almost predatory look. The body lines are smooth yet muscular, flowing from the long hood to the fastback rear, making the Charger look fast even when standing still. Dodge nailed the proportions. This car looks planted, wide, and ready to launch at any moment. It's no surprise this design became a pop culture icon, featured in movies, TV shows, and drag strips across America. Under the hood is where the Charger truly earns its legend status. Buyers back then could choose from a range of engines, starting with respectable version 8S and going all the way up to monsters like the 440 Magnum and the legendary 426 Hemi. The Hemi wasn't just an engine, it was a warning. With massive power and brutal torque, the Charger could dominate straight lines with ease. Paired with a 4-speed manual or a TorqueFlite automatic, this car delivered raw, mechanical driving pleasure, no computers, no filters, just pure muscle. Inside, the Charger balanced aggression with comfort. The interior featured deep bucket seats, a driver-focused dashboard, and classic gauges that told you everything you needed to know. Wood grain accents, chrome details, and a solid steering wheel gave the cabin a premium feel for its time. It wasn't luxury in the modern sense, but it was bold, confident, and perfectly matched to the car's personality. Sitting behind the wheel, you didn't feel like a commuter, you felt like a driver. The 1970 Dodge Charger took everything great about 1969 and turned the volume up. The front grille became more aggressive, with a loop bumper that wrapped around the nose, giving it an even tougher stance. Dodge also introduced the Charger RT and the Wild Charger 500, built with racing and aerodynamics in mind. And of course, the 1970 model year gave us the Charger in some of its most famous colors, high-impact shades that screamed muscle from a mile away. On the road, the Charger was never about being subtle. The exhaust note was deep and thunderous, the acceleration brutal, and the presence undeniable. This was a car you felt in your chest before you even saw it. Steering was heavy, brakes demanded respect, and handling reflected its muscle car roots, but that's exactly why enthusiasts love it. Driving a 69-70 Charger is an experience, not just a journey. Today, the Dodge Charger from 1969-70 is one of the most desirable classic American cars in the world. Prices depend heavily on condition, originality, and engine choice. A clean, well-restored standard V8 Charger typically ranges from around $60,000 to $90,000 USD. Step up to an RT with a 440, and you're looking at $120,000 to $180,000 USD. If you're talking about a genuine 426 Hemi Charger, prices can easily cross $250,000 USD, with rare examples selling for much more at auctions. Owning one isn't cheap, but legends never are. The Dodge Charger isn't just a car, it's an attitude. It represents a time when manufacturers pushed limits, when horsepower wars were real, and when cars were built to excite first and impress later. Even decades later, the 69-70 Charger still turns heads, steals attention, and commands respect wherever it goes. If you love classic muscle, raw power, and timeless design, this is the car that checks every box. Thanks for watching AutoNext. Subscribe for more legendary machines, iconic classics, and automotive stories that never get old.